Please start, sir, for introduction.
Yeah, can we start now?
Yes, first for the introduction you can.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Greetings of the day. I, Surendra Paul, course co-director and scientist, ICR Indian Grassland and Fodder Research Institute, Himachal Pasture Land, Alampur. Welcome you all in very first lecture of this 21 days faculty development program 2022. All the participants are requested to please ensure their presence and lecture attendance. Every Sunday there will be an assignment which will be based on lecture delivered by our eminent speakers. All the participants will have the opportunity to interact with our eminent speaker after lecture, where they can ask their questions, clarify their doubts, or interact with the speaker. So regarding this session, it's my privilege to welcome and to introduce Dr. Bandhu Sahoo, Honorable Director, ICAR-National Research Center on Camel, Bikaner, Rajasthan, who will be delivering his lecture on Camel, a nutraceutical store for human health benefits. Before actually starting the lecture, I take this opportunity to present a glimpse of glorious research career of our today's eminent speaker. Born on 14th of July 1965 in a village Ada in Anugul district of Odisha, Dr. A. Sahoo did his bachelor's in BVSC and animal husbandry from Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology, Bhubaneswar. He did his MVSC in animal nutrition and PhD in animal nutrition from Indian Veterinary Research Institute, Ijatnagar. He joined Agriculture Research Services in 1993 and then selected as senior scientist and principal scientist in 2006. He shouldered responsibility as head division of temperate animal husbandry, IVRA Mukteswar, in 2006 and then joined as a head division of animal nutrition at Central Sheep and Bull Research Institute, Bikaner. Prior to his joining as director at ICR National Research Center on Camel, Bikaner, he was also assigned responsibility of director in 2012 and 2019 at ICR CSWRI, Bikaner. He received Endeavour Research Fellowship in 2009 by DEEWR, Government of Australia, to undertake postdoctoral research at CERAR, UniSA, Adelaide. He has worked extensively in the field of animal nutrition and feeding. His contribution in the field of neonatal calf nutrition, rumen ecology, plant bioactive, therapeutic nutrition, nutrition parasitism, and nutrition environmental interaction draws critical appreciation from the research community all over the world. To his repute, he is part of team who delineated ICR standard on nutrient requirements of animals and member bureau of Indian standards. Dr. Sahoo has more than 500 publications, including 178 peer-reviewed research papers and 8 edited books, and Google Scholar rated him as internationally acclaimed animal nutritionist with 24H index, 64 I10 index, with more than 2,500 citations. He received Best Research Award and International Research Leadership Award in 2019 as Distinguished Scientist in Small Ruminant Nutrition. He is recognized as Outstanding Reviewer by journal editorial bodies, besides contributing to review process as member editorial board. He is life member of 10 professional societies and is awarded NASA Fellow in 2021, Fellow of Animal Nutrition 2013, Indian Society for Sheep and Goat Production and Utilization 2017, and Animal Nutrition Society of India 2019. He is also recipient of Lifetime Achievement Award for his outstanding contribution in research and development in the field of nutrition and welfare of animals and allied societal development. I feel privileged to welcome you, sir, for the very first lecture of this Faculty Development Program 2022. Thank you very much, sir. Hello.
Dr. Sahu, are you with us? Please unmute.
Sorry. The class. Good afternoon to you all. I must thank you for giving elaboration on this segment. This you have rightly mentioned. So, continuing with the inaugural, I will lecture that is again a important animal species which is uh, Earth's conditions. I read through the anyway. Camel, you all must be knowing that this is sheep of the desert. But here, the topic we will be discussing, that is camel, a nutraceutical store for human health benefits. What does it mean? So, besides sheep of the desert, the camel has many essential roles in providing food and nutrition to the rearers, and at the same time, why it is nutraceutical store? Because its milk, its blood, its urine, all these have some therapeutic value to the consumers or in many disease ailments. So here to introduce to the topic, the participants, they must not be knowing that there are three species of camel. One is dromedary camel, another is bacterial camel, another, and third one is feral camel. So here the dromedary camel, that is a single hump one, and the bacterian camel, that is double hump one, and it is bacterian camel is located at high altitude, whereas the dromedary camel, it is in the hot desert. So hot desert, and it is otherwise also known as Arabian camels. Although it is spread all the deserts of the Asian countries and African countries, that is South Desert of India, Pakistan, then Arabian Desert of Arab countries, and the Sahara Desert of African countries. Whereas Bactrian camel, it is at the high altitude regions, where particularly in India it is Leh Ladakh, and in other parts it is Mongolia, China, and others. So next slide, please. Next slide. To give a breakup of the population status, as I told, there is a rapid decline in population, that is from 4 lakh to only 2.5 lakh. So in 7 years, they have declined 37%. So that is a concern for all of us. And for that reason, I put this topic as a nutraceutical store. Besides sheep of the desert, if you look camel as a nutraceutical store, hopefully this decline in population will have a check. And the principal factor or principal outcome from this animal will be all the nutraceutical properties of milk and its blood. So that can be used for other purposes, and camel will have higher value. And from this data, you see there is gradual increase in milk animal percentage of milk animal population in this in India. Next, please. Next slide. So this is in different states it is there, but the Rajasthan is the principal state where it accounts to 2.13 millions, 2.13 lakh, and in Gujarat it is 27.6 lakh, and in other states it is very few. So principally, Rajasthan is the main state, followed by Gujarat. And in all these states, you see the species, the Bikaner and Jaisalmeri, they are nearly, it has the maximum population, followed by the other species. So amongst these species, as I told, the Rajasthan harbors the maximum, and the population wise, the Bikaner is nearly 39%, followed by 27% of Jaisalmeri and others of the next please. Next slide. So these are the 9 breeds available in India. Bikaner, Jaisalmeri, Janori, Mevari, Sindhi, then Rebati, here's Malvi, Kachi, and Kharai. This Kachi and Kharai, these 2 breeds are available in Gujarat. They belong to Gujarat state, and all other breeds they belong to Rajasthan state. Next. Next slide. And about its utility, need not to say, as I told, this is that is supporting desert ecology, and in all agriculture, transportation, at the same time it also gives milk. A positive sign that it gives milk, and the average milk production is more or less the same as our native cattle. So if you can get some amount of milk from these animals, besides nurturing its own calf, then that we can sell as a nutraceutical food. And next slide, please. There is one, this flash message is there on the screen. For that reason, I am not able to see the slides. Can you remove the flash message? No. So these are again the other utilities, like it can be used in tourism, where a decorated camel can be used for riding, safari, and others, and they can also be used for this decoration, like for cutting and designing. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So this is what actually I want to present before you, that instead of camel as a sheep of the desert, you should also think that camel can serve as a multi-utility animal. So improving camel production system and socio-economic livelihood of camel rearers is the main goal, and they can, and you see the utility where it is useful. So sheep of the desert is a dairy animal. Its milk is therapeutics, its manure is its feces as manure, and its skin, bone is the ecotourism products. And at the same time, the slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, and Jai Vigyan, it also appropriates to this species. So it is used by BSF people in the border security forces. Then in sports, even in the Arabian countries, the camel are maximally used for this. The revenue from camel is they are getting from by using camel in race and also sports. Then definitely in ecotourism, it has many roles. That is riding camel and also going for the safari. And another factor is, since camel is a resistant animal to the desert environment, so it has if you can study that adaptation phenomena in camel, then that will help us in registering the climate change occurrences presently, which the globe is facing as a treat. And at the same time, another area that is camel in biomedical research, where the camel nanobodies, they can be used as a used in nanomedicines or various diagnostic and vaccines for its maximum utility. Next slide, please. Next slide. So this is again number to say this some typicality why camel is resistant in this environment, and they have developed these long legs. They have eye covers, so sandstorm it cannot it cannot harm them, and long legs, so the wind can pass through them, and the foot pad that is also allow the animals to walk on the desert. And there are some like the hop itself is a storehouse of energy, and it stores fat, and that fat can be utilized by camel during scarcity periods. Next please. Next slide. So this is some of the properties I told. If you think of camel in nutraceutical, camel milk in nutraceutical properties, that is the composition of milk versus other animal and human, it is given. You see the insulin content of camel milk is nearly 3 to 4 times the cattle milk. Similarly, the lactoferrin content, lysozyme content, and the immunoglobulin contents are higher in camel milk. So, and the omega fatty acids content, it is also higher in camel milk. Besides, as I told, the lactoferrin, lactoperoxidase system, peptidoglycan, lysozyme, immunoglobulins, absence of beta-galactoglobulin. This is a typical phenomena in camel milk, which actually resist allergy to camel milk. In other milk, the baby, they used to face milk allergy of your packet food or cow or buffalo milk. But camel milk, they don't have beta-lactoglobulin, and it has no allergy to children. So children who suffers from allergy to any milk from other species, they can be reared, they can be nurtured through camel milk. And there is another, it has no NPN, that is urea. So the urea conversion mechanism is very good in camel, and there is nitrogen saving mechanism. And again, there is non-coagulation property of camel milk. It is not getting coagulated in acidic medium of stomach. That is why the high insulin content is available to the patient suffering from diabetes. Next, please. Next slide. So, the nutraceutical properties, why it is there, and how camel milk is providing these nutraceutical properties. One, it has smaller, less fat percentage that you have seen in that table, that is only 2.5%, and smaller fat globules. Then it has fat globule membranes, which has anti-adhesion property, high whey protein concentrate, high salt concentration. That is also it acts as electrolyte. A natural probiotic drink. It has the fructooligosaccharides or the lactose content of this camel milk provides as the source, the inherent source of bacteria in camel milk, that again provides probiotic properties. And it has hypocholesteremic effect. In the presence of orotic acid in camel milk, responsible for lowering cholesterol level, hypoallergenicity that I told. Then compared to bovine milk, camel beta casein content is higher. Ratio of whey protein to casein is higher. Then camel milk is rich in minerals like zinc, iron, copper, manganese. And another factor is, you see, it is rich in vitamin C. And that is some of the peculiarities or speciality of camel milk. The camel milk can be used as a nutraceutical milk or nutraceutical adjuvant in various various diseases where we are going for the therapeutic measures. Next, please. Next. So this is comparing cattle and camel milk. So in order to repeat here again that the camel milk has an important role in human nutrition, the hot arid climate, and the milk contains essential nutrients. As I told, it contains more salt, so as an electrolyte, it can help the desert people to resist the electrolyte loss in the desert due to dehydration and others. And because of its vitamin C and G content, it also has more antioxidant properties, and so it helps with stress. Next, please. Next slide. Next slide, please. Next slide. So the shelf life. This is another. I intentionally put this slide. The reason being, many have a belief that camel milk gets deteriorated. Camel milk खराब हो जाता है रखने से. But this is a myth, and the proof is there. You see, the shelf life of raw camel milk is more than the cow milk, where it can stay 8 hours compared to cow milk for 3 to 4 hours. And the reason being, it has a lactoperoxidase system which controls this deterioration of camel milk, and it has presence of thiocyanate, hydrogen peroxide, lactoperoxidase. They activate the lipoperoxidase system, and it helps in protecting camel milk getting deteriorated. And at the same time, camel milk is having antimicrobial property that prevents microbial multiplication in camel milk when kept left. Then the other properties, as I told, the beta-lactoglobulin is absent, and at the same time, the camel milk has 65% constituent is the alpha casein. Beta casein is the main camel milk casein followed by alpha, and it consists of 65 and 20 compared to cow milk, where it is 40 and both nearly similar, beta and alpha. The next, the camel milk whey protein. As I told, this is beta lactoglobulin deficient, so whey protein it doesn't contain, so it is less allergy. Next slide, please. Next, milk fat. This is, as I told, it is 2.5% fat, and it has rich in omega fatty acids, and it contains the average cholesterol content in camel milk is less compared to others, and smaller fat level, more digestible. So, and another peculiarity is camel milk phospholipid is typical to contain 15% plasminogen versus 4% in bovine milk, and that helps in synthesizing the prostaglandin synthesis and maintaining a different anabolic response when camel milk is being taken. The mineral vitamin content that I have already elaborated, and this is on experiment where the camel milk is fermented, then the antioxidant properties is increasing by 10 to 11 fold. You see, from 0.04 to 0.54. So the antioxidant property is enriched by 10 times if we go for fermented camel milk. Next, please. Next slide. So the antimicrobial property, I earlier told that it has antibacterial, microbial, anti-cancerous, and so many. And the reason being The camel milk is reported to have an antimicrobial effect on E. coli, Listeria monocytogenes, Staphylococcus, and Salmonella. So all these are, you can say, food and waterborne diseases, and camel milk is antimicrobial. So it is not getting not destroyed or deteriorated. While at the same time, it has antiviral property, and because of presence of immunoglobulins and lactoferrin, and the rotavirus, coronavirus, orthotropics virus, hepatitis C virus, against this camel milk can also act. And I just pinpoint something that you must be knowing. During COVID, doctors, they used to prescribe you take vitamin B complex with C and rich in zinc. So vitamin B complex, zinc, and C, all the three contents camel milk is rich in. And for that reason, if you take camel milk, probably the recovery process from COVID or coronaviruses will be faster. The camel milk adjuvant has many medicinal properties, suggesting to contain protective proteins which have possible role in enhancing the defense mechanism. So camel milk, lactoferrin, and the other components, as I elaborated earlier, the peroxidase, lactoperoxidase system, they provides a peculiar property to fight against cancer, virus, bacteria, and so on. And the antioxidant property that again provides to fight against the stress of diseases and stress of the environment. Next, please. Next slide. The hypoglycemic effect, as I told, camel milk first recognized to have the therapeutic properties against diabetes, that is type 1 diabetes. In a survey, what we could came to conclusion that the camel really don't suffer type 1 diabetes, because type 1 diabetes is not acquired. It is insulin insufficiency. Suppose if insulin insufficiency is there, then everybody will suffer, including the camel rearer. But camel rearers, they don't suffer. The reason being, through camel milk, they used to get insulin continuously. So the type 1 diabetic patients, they used to take insulin injections. And since camel milk is having 3 times insulin concentration compared to cow milk, it provides insulin, and that actually outseconds the insulin insufficiency. Then another phenomenon, that is type 2 diabetes. In type 2 diabetes, there is resistance to insulin. It means either there is carbohydrate overload or sugar overload, or the insulin, whatever is being secreted by the pancreas, that is facing resistance to utilize the glucose. And taking camel milk at the same time, it actually adds to insulin concentration, which is over and above the insulin secretion, and it also facilitates glucose utilization. Like in diabetes patient, those who are taking tablets. So tablets is not insulin. Tablets is to modify the insulin activity of whatever insulin is secreted. So camel milk is also part in that line. And there are reports that many people who take camel milk, they stopped these anti-diabetic drugs or insulin injections. Very good findings, and it is recommended that if you take 500 camel milk per day, that is, let's say, 1 glass morning, 1 glass evening, then that will prevent the type 1 diabetes as well as type 2 diabetes. Next. Next slide. This is just to make you aware that India has 77 million diabetic population, and if we will give 500 camel milk for only to diabetic patients, then the requirement will be nearly the whatever the population is there, the requirement will be 600 times the population what is existing today. So the decline in population which we are facing now, there is every scope that if camel milk can be utilized for nutraceutical properties, the camel decline, the population decline will not happen. And at the same time, camel milk as a therapeutic or camel milk as a nutraceutical adjuvant, people will definitely pay more price, not based on the fat content, but rather based on the medicinal properties. Next. So the role of camel milk in tuberculosis, this is also we studied here. The consumption of camel milk provides beneficial effects in multi-drug resistant TB. Because tuberculosis patient is a chronic disease, and they succumb to many antibiotics, many drugs, and camel milk actually facilitates or it prevents their drug resistance, and it facilitates the cure of TB. And the observation we studied in association with Bikaner, where there is increase in appetite, improvement, you get iron content, long improvement in lung expansion, and other immunoglobulin content and others. So this is a positive phenomena that the camel milk can also be used in tuberculosis. Next. And in autism, this is autism. You must be knowing that the children they face mental development. So the mentally retarded children, you can say, if they consume camel milk, there is 30% more recovery. And we did one experiment with these many students, 108 patients, 108 children, and with Faridkot, the treatment center, where the autistic children are being given camel milk over and in addition to their therapy, and it shows the camel milk receiving children, they showed more than 30% faster recovery compared to others. So this is a phenomena. The reason being, I just wanted to elaborate for you that the mechanism behind this is all autistic children, they face some gut-related problems. Gut means this gastrointestinal related problems, digestive problem, vomiting, etc. So when they will take camel milk, that problems getting minimized, and they at the same time it checks remission, and the camel milk provides the nutrition. So that is one way of providing nutrition to the children. So the gut-related problems minimized, and they showed faster recovery. Another mechanism is when gut is okay, the brain functions, the brain functionality is also okay. So there is a gut-brain axis. That gut-brain axis is getting activated due to consumption of camel. Next, please. Then children with this ASD, that is your the stomach disorders, the general GIT concerns where the energy or constipation, then the behavioral, particularly with respect to gas accumulation, indigestion, flatulence, all those problems, these are related to this gastrointestinal tract. As I told, it helps in gut functionality. So the possible role I elaborated here. And in other words, gut is also called the second brain. So in these patients, it acts as, to cure the patient at a faster rate. Next, please. Next. So this is another, that is camel milk contains protective proteins necessary for maintaining the immune system and beneficial for brain development. And that is why the autistic children, they get faster recover. Next, please. Next slide. Then some of the bioactive properties we examine, that the camel milk has more concentration of the 0, 5, 10, 0, 5 and 10 kD bioactive peptides, and they actually helps in providing all the bioactive protein. The protein up to 10 kilodalton filter highest in camel milk, followed by mare, cow, goat. So these actually, if we go for the protein profiling, the peptides, peptide hydrolysis. So whatever peptides we get from camel milk due to hydrolysis or due to fermentation process, for that reason, the fermented camel milk, they are of more beneficial effect, as I told, 10 times more antioxidant properties compared to the plain camel milk. So that is the bioactive peptides, they get released due to hydrolysis, maybe due to fermentation and the presence of the probiotics. Next, please. Next slide. Next slide. Then this is the one phenomena, camel milk, that is fermented camel milk, as I told. The citizen study shows that the camel milk can be fermented. Hydrolysis part is different. Fermented, the milk is fermented, but when it is fermented, the probiotics, the lactobacillus plantarum, etc., whatever grows in there, that actually helps in hydrolyzing or releasing the bioactive peptides, and that helps in providing both bioactive peptides, probiotics, and as a whole, the symbiotic effect, and that is what the nutraceutical properties of camel milk. Next, please. Next. So this is camel whey protein, how it benefits in different diseases. So need not to elaborate again. Anti-hypertensive, anti-diabetic, immunoregulatory, antimicrobial, antioxidative. So it promotes bone growth, wound healing, hypolipidemia, muscle growth, all. So all our system, circulatory system, respiratory system, musculoskeletal system, all the system, it actually provides some or other help to all the systems, and that reason, so as a nutraceutical antibiotic to any diseases. So the therapy will be there, and at the same time, if we take camel milk, the process of recovery will be faster, the drug action will be better, and there is, as I told, it helps in diabetes, autism, TB. Even nowadays, we are also studying the effect in dengue. Next, please. Next. So lactoferrin, this is a big topic, and it is now people are entering into this, why lactoferrin is providing antimicrobial properties, why lactoferrin is providing immunogenicity, why lactoferrin is having antiviral, anti-cancer, and antimicrobial properties. Is actually the camel milk and products we are studying, as I told, in tuberculosis, even in dengue. Dengue fever, you must be knowing, when the platelet count gets down, there will be blood vomiting, and camel milk at that time, doctors they don't recommend patients to take milk because milk will be vomited out. But camel milk is it is not allergic, so they can take camel milk and get faster recovery. And that observation we have, we last year we could have observation, and this year they are taking as small experiments where we will be providing camel milk to the patients. Then camel milk in infant milk formula. This is why it's all these properties, whatever is there in camel milk or camel milk whey protein, those can be incorporated in infant milk formula. The reason being, as I told, it is less allergy. So the children who suffers from allergic problems, they can get it. And at the same time, the rich in mineral, vitamins, and other constituents that will be available to the children for their early growth. Next, please. Next slide. So the another phenomena, that is the insulin-like growth factor and milk-derived transforming growth factor. This is actually insulin-like growth factor is considered as cancerous, or you can say tumorogenic. But here, the insulin-like growth factor is absent in camel, and that needs to be spoke. So in camel milk, in that formula, if you fortify this 10% whey protein, it is highest protein digestibility, and it is fortified the whey and casein proteins for superior radical scavenging and anti-inflammatory activities. That is what how it actually why you are thinking that yes, this can be used in infant milk formula. Next. Next. So these are some of the products. These our institutes, they have devised more on nearly 20 products, and you see all from the photo you can assess that this is ice cream, this is peda, this is pasteurized milk, then paneer, this is flavor milk, gulab jamun, chocolate, coffee, chai. Then this is one immunity drinks with haldi. Then you can make camel milk, burfi, ice cream, chocolate, kheer, and many more. And also from camel milk, the cream we have developed, camel milk biscuits we have developed. So those products can be prepared and can be transported to other parts of the country, because camel resides only in Rajasthan and Gujarat. So people from other parts, they can have the products if it is prepared and sold to other parts of the country. Next slide. Then Camel is biomedical research model. This is Camel immunoglobulins. This is a peculiarity. The human immunoglobulin is the camel immunoglobulin is 1/10 the size of human immunoglobulin. So in other words, the camel immunoglobulins, they are also referred as nanobodies. So as I told, it can be used in nanomedicines or in various diagnostic and vaccine protocol. The reason being, it has no light chain. So this 1/10 size of immunoglobulins can pass many blood-brain barriers. So for that reason, we can devise target organ-specific medicines. Like say, if it is kidney, then the drug should go to kidney, not to other parts of the organ. Similarly, if it is directed at lungs, then we can direct it through this camel immunoglobulin cell. Then another area is we are working, that is anti-snake venom production. Next. This is the development study how the on camel immunoglobulins, how the world is working on. Next, please. Next, please. Next slide. So this camel SDR useful therapy is in malignancies, diagnosing other pets, drug delivery and therapeutic efficacy, and we also Staphylococcus aureus resistant mechanism where the antibiotic which is resistant to Staphylococcus aureus, that antibiotic become functional or that became overcome that resistance because of presence of this camel immunoglobulins that we have studied in collaboration with and similarly the anti-snake venom we are preparing from camel serum, and that way the toxoid which is used for snake bite, particularly in desert area, there are some particular snake which don't respond to this snake bite. So in that case, the anti-snake venom prepared from camel serum can be a useful study. And at the same time, you know how the Serum Institute of India are in need of adjuvant or vaccine preparation. That adjuvant, particularly horse serum, pig serum, those are being used. And if camel serum can also be helpful in this, and then this camel can also be used in biomedical research. Next, please. Next slide. Then some area that is camel urine, that also we are working, and the traditional medicine or ethnomedicines, it is being used in for inhibition of cancer in and some of the mechanism they have studied that says camel urine is having the arachidonic acid induced, that is aspirin-like platelet aggregation mechanism, which helps in this anti-cancer activity. And another phenomenon, as I told, it has no NPN, so and it has a beautiful protein metabolism mechanism, so it excretes less urea. So compared to cow urine, the camel urine is less pungent, means you will find very little smell of ammonia smell compared to cow milk. So this can be a very good therapy when people are going for this cow urine therapy. Next, please. No methane emitting camel. This is another phenomena. As I told, the camel is climate resistant animal. Climatic regions, it also emits methane. So it is environmental friendly. Next, please. The camel as the animal of future. So finally, you can say that yes, camel is not only a step of the desert, but it is a storehouse of medicine, or you can say a nutraceutical store, which will be of multifarious use to the humankind or to the in climatic climate resistant phenomena and the same time with a nutraceutical adjuvant to many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, gut related problems.
Dr. Sahu, I suggest please turn off your camera so that your audio would be better.
It is
Could you turn off your camera and just use the audio?
utility. We will have the
Could you please turn off your
as a
video so that
therapeutic storehouse or a
doesn't glitch?
pharmaceutical storehouse.
Could you please?
Yes,
Hello?
it's final. It's final. It is last slide. What is that?
Yeah, please turn off your camera so that,
Am I audible?
yeah, you're audible, but if you turn off your camera, your bandwidth would be better utilized. Please turn, yeah, then it is much better.
No, it is over now.
Oh.
It is over now. I think this is the last slide. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, we may have 5 minutes for question answer session. I think we have already crossed our time, and we can extend the question answer session for 5 minutes. You can drop the questions in chat, or let me turn on your microphone so that you may ask your questions. Just a second. Now you can turn on your microphones and you can talk and directly ask your questions. Any question is here, please ask.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Am I audible,
Yes.
sir?
Yeah, you are.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually,
Yes, mother.
the lecture. Yes, sir. So the lecture was, very informative and a detailed lecture. Actually, we are from agriculture background, sir. Sir, regarding camel urine and all, any, research on camel dung, sir, having its own properties. If we add in a with respect to the organic matter in soil, like cow dung,
Actually,
camel
we
dung.
did some experiment. That
Sir.
is, if the camel dung, if you use as a manure, am I audible?
Yeah, sir. You are very much audible.
If the camel dung, if it would be used as manure, it is providing more carbon to the soil, because the camel food habit or feed habit is peculiar, and whatever is coming through the feces, that contains comparatively more carbonaceous structures. So, and since it is fibrous, more of fibrous nature, the degradation part, that is, you must be knowing, the camel feces are like sheep and goat feces. It has pillated part. So it is not easily getting degraded, but you can say a slow release manuring process. So that all helps in this. Besides that, there are some NGOs, they are working on camel dung in paper making, camel dung in this agarbatti making, camel dung in some of the slurry making, like that. So that is there, and as you are rightly pointing out, so that is another area where camel dung is also be useful for.
Sir. So thank you, sir. It's very much informative, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Any other question before we close? Dr. Surinder, if there are no questions, we may proceed to the vote of thanks.
Yeah. So It gives me immense pleasure to present vote of thanks to today's speaker, Dr. Artabandhu Sahuji, Honorable Director, ICR National Research Center on Camel, Bikaner, Rajasthan, for delivering this wonderful lecture on Camel Nutraceutical Storehouse for Human Health. He has highlighted the role of camel in transforming the life of people living in deserts. Right from diversity analysis in various camel breed, Dr. Sahoo has highlighted the health benefits and nutraceutical properties of camel milk product, as well as urine, including its utilization in treatments of various human health problems, starting from cancer, diabetes, etc. He also highlighted how camel can be utilized as a biomedical research model. Moreover, Dr. Sahoo also showed us a way forward in camel research, including modern days advanced scientific tools and technology and utilization of the information and data generated in improving human health. I thank you, sir, for this unique, wonderful, concise lecture highlighting the importance of camel in human health. I am sure this lecture has been a thought-provoking and motivating experience for all of us. I am also very thankful to all the participants for patiently attending the lecture and have an interaction with today's speaker. That's all for today. And as per the schedule,
Thank you, Dr. Suresh.
Tomorrow, and the session will start at 11 a.m. in the morning.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh, and thank you all the participants for patient listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Let's join back tomorrow at 11.
Bye.